You might be wondering, why are we in these judges' uniforms? And first, let me say to you, why wouldn't we be in judges' uniforms?
We have the gift of blab, but also the gifting of judging.
Some people like to knit for hobbies. We like to judge. And also, we were judges of the Met Gala this week. If you were following the Betches Instagram, we were holding court on looks and vibes.
All the different memes and social content we were putting out, that was influencing the conversation you might have seen online.
And it's not gossip if it's fact.
Is that what they say?
I also just realized, Will, we are matching with Christopher Jonathan James Lucifer III. Christopher, we did not mean to copy you.
I'm sorry. This wig cap is making me even more bald than I was before this.
We actually saw the hate comments you guys were leaving about Will's hairline, and so he went to Turkey.
I went to Turkey
since
this
the last
weekend.
episode.
Thanks, guys.
So thanks
it
a
grew
lot.
really quick.
This weekend was crazy. Who should go first?
I'll let you go first, Eleni.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I know you're itching to say.
I think you're itching
Yeah,
more.
yeah. I had a crazy weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Two things I had. One, I went on my first brand trip. She's an influencer.
Yeah, but it wasn't Tarte, everyone.
It wasn't Tarte. It was Jergens at the Kentucky Derby. So that was one. Two, it was my 10-year high school reunion. First, the brand trip. It's really interesting to see like influencers who it's their full-time job to be themselves like that in the wild.
Like, is that like their work week, basically?
One of the girls like took a picture and then she was like, done working. And I'm like, LOL.
What?
Me on Slack with Will about our next Blabbermouths episode. I was like, yeah, I'm still working too, girl.
Yeah.
I respect that, like, oh, they're running a business, which is their personal
They're
life.
doing a lot of like intense day in the life vibes.
Right. I mean, it did feel a little bit not inauthentic, but it was very like
imagine.
bitty. It's like, say this, say this, say this.
I'm intrigued to see that you had sympathy for the
For those.
influencers.
Shut the Okay, so then I was really vibing with, do you know Ken Urich?
No.
Okay, you're the only one. Every single person who has spoken to me after this trip was like, how was Ken Urich? And
Hold on, can I retry? How was
I fuck with that little blonde. She was incredible. So
Good.
nice.
I love her.
Such a girl's girl. She has this video of her being like, I don't like that little ginger. We'll put the video in.
But I actually hate that little ginger. I hate her.
She gets a lot of hate. Like a lot of the girls in our office were like, really? She's nice. If anyone says a word about her, I'm ready to fight to the death for her.
And that's on period.
And that's on period. None of you better say anything about Ken Urich. She's a sweetheart.
We like her.
We love her.
Ken Urich, you get the gay stamp of approval.
You get the gay stamp of approval, the Blabbermouth stamp of approval. And then I went to my high school reunion.
I saw that you rode a boat to your reunion.
Not only did I roll up on the boat, but I also rolled up to my high school reunion after like a brand trip. So I was kind of like, oh my God, yeah.
What have I been up to?
Oh yeah. I just was on a Jergens brand trip. Ever heard of it? It was weird because I feel like I've grown so much in the last 10 years. I wasn't like a cool girl in high school.
No, nor was I. That's why we get along.
Were you a cool kid in high school?
No, I was a nerd. I was a snitch on people drinking.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, snitched on my siblings and I still stand by it.
That's crazy because there's no one I see drink Moscow mules faster than you.
I am a watering hole for alcohol, but I had everything working against me. Gay, highest voice there ever was before puberty, and narc. It caused irreparable damage in my social and political career in high school.
Why were you narking on them?
I was like, the moral high ground. I was judge, jury, and executioner. I was like, this is bad. And you're doing it at my parents' home. At my parents' home as if they weren't my
Was your brother popular?
Yes, so was Molly and Lizzie.
They're obviously all in the same grade because they're quadruplets.
Yes, we're all in the same grade.
And then you're like the nerdy twin.
My mom at the time was getting bunion surgery. And the poor thing was rolling around on a scooter. And I remember the next morning, I was like, I'm not going to snitch on them. I'll be good. But then my mom kind of cornered me and was just like, just be honest with me. No one's going to get in trouble. Was there alcohol at that party? And I go, yes, Mom. I smelled what I could only imagine smelling was alcohol because I had no idea. My mom could not have ridden that scooter out of her room faster. She rode it down the stairs. My siblings came out and they go, what did you do? And they had to call every single parent and our high school principal.
That's crazy.
And our parish priest to say what they had done.
No.
I swear to God.
They're going to be like, the snitch is now a drunk.
The snitch is a drunk.
The snitch is now the one who's ringing up the bar tab the
Yeah,
most.
he's like, who's ordered all these Moscow
Who's
mules?
ordering all these shots? Well, I was almost expelled like 4 times. Different story for another day. All the girls in my grade like literally went to Harvard, went to Yale. One of them dead ass just won a Pulitzer Prize literally 2 days ago.
So that's why you felt so probably validated.
Yeah,
coming
so I
back.
rolled up on that boat being like, oh, I'm actually okay.
I'm
I'm actually fabulous. ridiculous. A lot of people came up to me and were
like,
saying things about Blabbermouths.
Oh, good.
And then whoever didn't, I was like, oh yeah, like I have a podcast.
I have a podcast. The Golden Globes just announced that they're doing Best Podcast as a nomination.
So for your consideration,
Put the banner in. For your consideration.
Blabbermouths. I did see a picture of all the boys at their reunion afterwards.
Boring, bad, ugly. Worse, stupid.
Will, their hairlines. This has nothing to do with you. I didn't even think this through before.
Should have just gone with ugly.
I didn't even think about this before.
I'm good. You can make all the hairline jokes.
It's different because you pulled it off.
While you were doing that, I was at the Charli XCX concert.
Right.
And I met Charli XCX.
Which is crazy.
Literally could not believe it. I have a really good friend that was able to, who works with the touring company.
If you don't know Will is the biggest Charli fan that there is. Like before Brat Summer.
I was in the trenches.
I remember videos of you from like 2020 in the bodega.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just living that life. Bondage, classic, but I still care.
I was all about Charli XCX before all you were out here saying Brat Summer this,
Yeah.
Brat this, Brat that.
This is a really big deal.
My friend basically, and she knows I'm such a huge Charli fan, I was like, hey, I have an opportunity to go see her. Would you want to come with? I'm like, hell yeah. I was okay with the night ending just like that. And my friend came over at the end and she's like, I got us all backstage passes.
Shut up.
No, it was like a little bit of a party right afterwards.
No way.
I was literally like, I didn't know even if we were going to see her, but I knew that we were going to be backstage.
Were you drunk at this point?
100%.
Bring that up at your high school reunion about that's who you are now.
That's who I am now.
The narc.
And what's that saying? That's like, you live long enough to become something, you're the villain. You live long enough to see yourself
Let's
become
start a
the villain.
running list of sayings that Will says wrong.
Who walks in? I'm waiting for Charli, Jenna Ortega, and Walton Goggins.
No!
So I'm finally, the night is ending. It was only like an hour in at the after party.
You're in the room with her.
And there's a bunch of people there.
You're just like, I'm in the room with Charli XCX.
I'm in the room
and
with
you're just
Charli.
talking to your friend.
I'm talking to my friend, and I'm just like,
You
keeping
didn't go
an
up
eye
to
on-
Jenna Ortega or Walton Goggins?
No, I was like, I'm not here for you, Jenna. If I'm getting kicked out of it, it better be to meet Charli, not
Okay.
Jenna. So sorry. Finally, Charli looks like she's about to leave, and I'm standing close by to her, and I just go, listen, I'm so sorry. I could cry. You were so amazing. I just want to talk to you. And she was like, babes, don't cry. And I'm like, ah! And then I go, I'm so sorry. I also left your Coachella set early, but I had to go
Why would you
home
tell her that?
Because I panicked and I was drunk. And she was just like, babes, what? I go,
Yeah, she's like, what the are you saying?
And I was just like, oh, like, thank you so much for tonight. And she's like, would you like a picture, babes? I'm like, yes.
Oh, good. She offered.
So she kind of offered, which was nice because I was like, don't be that guy. We took a quick selfie. She left quickly right thereafter. And then we left right after. And I was just like, could not believe I made eye contact with her. I talked to her. It was quite literally the best night of my
Aw.
life. So I hope that, I think she was thinking about me when she was on the Met Gala carpet. We know by the time that this airs, the Met Gala will be so long gone out of the news cycle, but we think it's fun to talk about literally what we did and how we were reacting to it because we were in the trenches of actually making content during
On
the
social
whole
media.
thing on social media.
And the Met Gala especially is obviously like a prestigious event, but it's also such an internet event.
Yeah.
Like so many iconic memes and
Are born
moments
out of
are
it.
born out of the Met Gala.
Yep.
So it really is like our Super Bowl when it
Mhm.
comes to memeing and tweeting.
You just see the results
Right.
of it. You never hear the behind the scenes or
Yeah, you never hear the people making the memes, but it's pretty cool like when you're on your own personal Instagram to like
And
see
seeing
people's
it.
stories and they share
Like,
something
hell
and it's like,
yeah,
I made that.
I made that.
You thought this was funny?
Everyone in Eleni's high school was sharing the memes too. One of the memes that I think performed best was Coleman Domingo looking at Anna Wintour.
We saw you from across the room and we hate your vibe.
We knew kind of immediately in our Slack channels that we're like, oh, this will be memed.
Yeah.
So let's do something about it.
Also, Rihanna is pregnant.
No shame to motherhood or being pregnant.
Uh,
Love that. No.
Oh,
Genuinely.
God.
But I'm just pissed because I have in my Instagram bio how many days it's been since Rihanna has released a new album.
That's
You
true.
want to know how many days it's been?
And Will updates it every day.
I update it every day. And it's been almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years next January.
That's crazy.
People are like, does this mean you're not gonna have a new album soon? She's like, no, I could still work, which power to her, yes. But it's like, girl,
The only album you're getting is
Family
Family Photo,
Photo
album.
Album.
Oh, Barry Keoghan, where he goes, this is what the sad violin would look like.
even when Zendaya and the actress from Shogun, Anna, and it was
My
like,
prom Facebook group would never let this happen.
Yeah.
If I was going to be in the same outfit as anybody, I would want it to be Zendaya. Similar to what we had thought when we both got dressed this morning.
we're conveniently wearing the same outfit right now.
Yeah.
Someone has to change. Victorian child.
Oh my God, that's crazy. You're judging us with your Victorian era education.
What the hell is your problem? You don't know how to judge correctly.
But I loved reading so many stories about like why the inspiration for people.
Yeah.
Laura Harrier.
She was
I'm
wearing
pretty sure
Gap.
she was wearing Gap or dressed by Gap. I love what Coleman Domingo was wearing.
He looked
Zaddy.
good. Our hottie of the
Our
week.
hottie of the week.
He looked incredible. He had kind of like a 2-part reveal, which was fun.
I love a carpet reveal.
I will say there was one person that we did kind of meme-ify. No effort. Haley Bieber.
The 2 sales associates at Aritzia.
Oh, her looks underwhelming. Fork found in kitchen. Like
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Joey King, randomly, kind of everyone was obsessed with her look.
Loved her look.
I wish we could see more that was going on inside the Met Gala.
Did you see that? Was it
Meghan the Stallion.
She posted like videos inside the Met, which how do the rules work? It's like you're just not supposed to use your phone the same way you're not supposed to use your phone in Soho House.
But also they get away with posting it. Like,
Yeah,
did
she not worried that she'll never be invited again?
I was supposed to say, like, is Anna Wintour like emailing her like,
Or is
don't
it-
do that again, Megan Thee
Yeah.
Stallion?
What did she say in the videos?
She was showing them eating caviar.
It feels like illegal to be like seeing that with my eyes. Because
Yes.
normally with the Met Gala, you only see like a bathroom selfie inside.
Yes. But
Or we saw a
actual-
little bit of like Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo's performance last
Yes,
year.
that, like, kinda got
but that's
leaked a
it. Like you
little.
don't see the food.
Uh-uh.
The most I've ever seen is from that movie
Ocean's 8.
Ocean's 8. Do you
Interview?
get +1s at the Met? I feel like you don't at the dinner.
I think it's like $20,000 a ticket.
You don't have to pay that though.
Somebody does.
You do?
Yes.
You have to pay for your own
If
ticket?
you're invited, you still got to pay.
Individual tickets cost $75,000, and tables for multiple guests start at $350,000.
You're fucking
The thing
with
is, though,
me.
like Louis Vuitton can afford that. Like Louis
Producer
Vuitton buys
Hannah-
a table and it's like, I'm inviting Sabrina Carpenter. So Sabrina Carpenter isn't paying, Louis Vuitton pays.
Okay.
You know who also looked sexy at the Met? Walton Goggins.
If you remember me, I was there in a mesh shirt at the Charli XCX concert.
Walton Goggins, like there was tea with him and Amy Lou Wood both being at the Met.
Well, yeah.
Because if you're unaware, one, who they are,
You're
they
an idiot.
are. Where have you been? Walton Goggins and Amy Lou Wood were both on the most recent season of The White Lotus, and no spoilers, but they were pretty important people on the show.
And they were lovers.
And lovers. If you haven't watched it, something happens to
they
them.
both die.
No, wow! Spoiler alert.
Well, that's on them.
What if someone's waiting to watch it?
I'm judging you for not watching it.
There was drama because basically when they died on the show, they both did these, or Walton did this like really dramatic post about how much he loves her, how they were just like Rick and Chelsea, how much he has learned from her and appreciated her, and literally like a I love you
And like,
huge post for her.
and there was the music by
There was like music behind it,
Fleetwood Mac, some like, star-crossed lovers.
which is crazy if you know Fleetwood Mac lore.
Yeah.
Silver Springs, you know about this?
That's the song he used. Silver-
Do you know that, the lore?
No.
Pause. Need to fill you in. Silver Springs is a song from the band Fleetwood Mac.
Yep.
In it was Stevie Nicks,
Yep.
lead singer,
Yep.
and Lindsey Buckingham.
Lindsey Buckingham.
Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks were always like on again, off again, and they had this like, they publicly said they had a really toxic relationship.
I've heard
and
that
they've like
before.
spoken to each other through songs. Like he would write a song about her, she would write a song about him. But what's crazy is they're like performing it together.
Wow.
Silver Springs is like about Lindsey Buckingham, and it's Stevie Nicks singing it to Lindsey Buckingham, being like, "You'll never hear the sound of my name without thinking of like the woman that loves you." It's like a song like at him.
Wow.
And there's this like iconic video of her them performing it live, and she's literally like singing it at him, and she's like,
I
"It's
could not even be more
it could not be
clear
about
that
you."
it's about
And
you.
so the fact that they put that song on it is like
Yep. They both.
lovers.
They weren't following each other at the time when they posted both.
They
of those.
unfollowed each other.
Yeah, right.
He posts this giant thing talking about how much he loves her. To SNL does a skit of her that's like mean, and they have to apologize to her.
And she's upset.
He commented on it. I thought it was funny. Whole thing. So at the Met Gala, a reporter interviews her, and this is like really the first time that she's spoken really publicly like to press about
Yeah.
it. And she was singing his praises, talking about how much she loves him and stuff like that. Very PR-y. And now they follow each other again.
And Walton Goggins, he arrived before her at the Met, but I don't think he really spoke anything of her.
We didn't see them. Well, she was photographed a ton with
Patrick
Schwarzenegger, who was another character on the show.
They had like a contentious relationship, not behind the scenes, but like
on
their
the
characters.
Show.
So it's just funny to see
like,
them.
And she like in an interview was like, yeah, Patrick said he was going to the Met, and he was like, I'm so nervous, and he was like, let's go together. Something's fishy in the Silver Springs. The Met Gala is honestly just always such a fun event.
And things are still trending from it, even as we talk about it now.
That brings up our next segment. Why is this trending?
Why the hell is this trending?
First, we're going to talk about a TikTok trend that's going around.
Yes.
And we're also talking about this because the hard thing about like working on social media for an Instagram is like, one, we're really chronically online and not everyone is.
Yeah.
And two, sometimes TikTok trends or things that are like trending on TikTok are not translating to Instagram.
No.
And there's two types of people on Instagram. The ones that are also on TikTok and the ones who are only on Instagram.
They have no idea TikTok exists.
And we have like 9 million people following this account, and a lot of them aren't on TikTok. Some are. It's like a hit or a miss. Instagram.
There really isn't an exact science. And I think that's
it's
something
hard.
people should know. We're not just here like, we know this is going to work, post it. It's like, we have a lot of conversations about it.
Yeah, we do. Well, speaking of, we tried to bring this TikTok trend to Instagram. It totally flopped. People were like mad at us in the comments.
I'm so hungry, I could eat X.
Oh, I'm so hungry I could eat Heath Douglas.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
What's Heath Douglas?
Basically saying someone's name to a person that you're with, whether it be a friend, coworker,
Can
family
you think
member.
of one to do to me?
I'm so hungry, I could eat Stella.
That's my mom.
Yep.
That's stupid.
It's supposed to be someone who's like not really in your life.
It's supposed to be like you say it to someone and it's like, wait, how did you know that name? I'm so hungry I could eat Sabrina.
Oh my God, Sabrina. She just had a baby today.
Will, you're supposed to be like shocked. Like, how'd you know that name? I'm so hungry I could eat Grace.
Oh my God, that's my roommate's sister.
Will, you're supposed to be like, how'd you know that name?
I know too many people. We were basically told that in the comment section, this was flopping, that nobody
They literally were like, who wrote this?
And our post was basically celebrities and their current couple, whoever they're dating, saying, I'm so hungry I could eat an ex of yours. J-Lo and Ben Affleck, and it was like, I'm so hungry I could eat Jennifer Garner. Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Keoghan, and it was like, I'm so hungry I could eat Lucky Charms.
Is this supposed to be funny? This is unbearably stupid. Swing and a miss. I don't, ... I don't think you did this right. That's the worst. They're like, I know this trend and you forked it up.
You know what's so annoying to all those haters out there?
We worked so hard on it. Someone said this would do numbers on TikTok.
Thank you.
We know.
We are trying.
Is this some Gen Z trend the rest of us aren't aware of or something? Typical. Oh, wait, this is a good one. I'm so hungry I could eat some real jokes.
We love to know kind of like where we stand.
Yeah, and now we know we won't do that again. We tried.
We're always throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
And next time you leave that hate comment, there are 2 judges behind there.
There's a child behind this account.
Yeah.
There's a Victorian child.
Trying his
wanted
best. We're
for
wrong
us.
about something sometimes. We can admit it.
Rare.
Rare.
But what we did get right, the conclave. We're going to jump into a segment that we like to call Shut Up and Listen, sponsored by our friends at First Response, the pregnancy test brand that is there for you no matter where you are on your journey. We're opening the floor, as per usual, for you to spill your most chaotic, frustrating, or straight up disastrous life moments. And we will do our best to spin them into something good, because sometimes you have to find the positive in the negative. So sit back, shut up, and listen to us blab.
Court is now in session. I recently graduated college and I have a frenemy who is getting all the career opportunities I want. T. We are just starting, but I already feel like I won't be able to catch up. How do I turn this negative into a positive?
Everyone thinks when they're leaving college, you have to have everything settled and squared away and know where your career's going.
Where did this misconception come from that you have to have it all together the second you graduate? That's crazy. I'm like 5 years out of college.
Yep.
Still don't have it together, babe.
We
still unsure what I want to do for work. Comparison's the thief of joy. Don't be comparing yourself to someone else just because someone else is. I tell you this all the time.
You do, because I'm always stressed.
One of our coworkers saw someone famous and Will had like a full crash out and was like, why do I not see anyone famous? And I'm like, who do we see today on our lunch break?
Oh, Idina
Menzel. You don't chase, you attract.
Use also this kind of feeling of maybe jealousy and don't make it a negative impact on your life. Use it as a motivator.
Exactly.
Use it as something that's like, wow, see that they're doing something I want to do, I can find a way to do that for myself.
I took like a couple months to travel after
Yeah.
graduating. And when I tell you it was the best decision of my life,
Yeah.
girl, you have the rest of your life to work.
Yes.
Literally, now there's nothing to do but work.
And let's be real. If you got your dream job right out of college, that's your peak, girl. Don't worry. There is
Yeah.
time. Do not rush it. You will be okay. And everyone has a different path and journey.
so true.
That's so cliche, but it's so real. Like,
If you had told me I would be a judge at 28, I would say, oh my God.
I can't.
I can't believe that with no law school degree,
And
here I
if
am.
you told me that I would have a full grown head of hair at this age when I knew it was losing, I'd be in disbelief, still be in disbelief.
So anyways,
Don't worry, don't stress. You're going to get there. Just make sure that you're determined and motivated.
when we saw Judge Judy and we were filled with jealousy of her,
We're going to order the Amazon package to become judges on our own little show.
So take
Look-
a lesson out of these two judges' book. Case adjourned.
Our next submission is, a few years ago, I was seeing a guy for about 2 months until things sort of fizzled out. Sorry. Since then, I've dated a lot and even had more serious relationships, but I can't stop thinking about it or him. Will I ever be normal again? How do I turn this negative into a positive?
Well, I have a friend who like love her so much, she's still not over her high school boyfriend.
Girl.
What we did is we got her a stone that was for letting go to
Yep.
help her let go.
And what'd she do with it?
Well, when she was drunk, she was dropping it all over the place.
So she was letting it go.
Yeah, but she wasn't really letting it go.
Oh.
The point is I'm trying to make you feel better about yourself and say this happens to a lot of people.
A lot of people go through this where even if they're in new relationships or with new people, they're still thinking about the past.
It's important to make sure you're not romanticizing that past relationship because make a list, girl.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had some people that I'm like, it was so perfect. I'm like, was
Wasn't
it?
Mm-mm.
No. Like, and if they were your perfect person, then it would be meant to be.
Yeah.
And that's just not what's happening.
You're comparing to what the past was and really living that up and thinking how great it was. It may have not been that great because if it was, you would have still been with them, right? You've moved on. So be positive about what's happening in your current life and thinking what you can do next to continue a healthy relationship.
The wise Ariana Grande once said, thank you, next.
Thank you, next.
All right, well, thank you to First Response for sponsoring this episode and helping us find the positive in the negative. We hoped we helped you find a little bit of laughter in your latest disaster. Keep the texts coming. We'll be back next week, ready to find the bright side of your hot mess.
Wow.
What a week, William.
What a week of judging. What a week of blabbing.
Let me tell you something. It's exhausting to judge.
Yeah.
We judged the Met Gala.
We judged myself for being a narc in high school.
We judged the boys I went to high school with. So thanks for watching Blabbermouths. If you want to see more of us, you can follow us on the Betches Instagram or follow me at Eleni Sabrakis.
Or me at Will Ozer. And you can find us on YouTube or anywhere that you listen to podcasts, such as Spotify.
You know what, Will?
Yeah.
I think that we're guilty.
What are we guilty of?
Blabbing. Thanks
For blabbing with us!